Let's talk about pets and some leaked changes that are coming to World Zero. Are you Oblivions of the Stitch Critter? Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in the lovely world of the Zero because I want to talk about the upcoming changes to the new pet system because a lot of stuff has been leaked and said by the developers. So I kind of want to go over it because there's some really big changes coming and some of it may not be good and it doesn't quite address one pressing issue. So if you have not already, please make sure you smash the like button, do the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it a lot. Get right on into it. So, first things first, what are pets? If you have barely played the game and are a little bit brand new, pets basically help you out. They have an active skill and they have 3 perks that help you out. Right now, in order to get pets, basically you get an egg. You can get an egg from missions, dungeons, or you can go on over here to the lovely egg shop in the first 4 zones and you can buy an egg. And currently it hatches into these guys. So you have a chance, basically get half and half, so to speak, and of some rarity. Now, the current system on how we have for basically pets leveling up is a very linear system. If you don't understand what I'm meaning, it's basically, this is a linear system. You get a common, you go to uncommon, you go to rare, you go to epic, and then it becomes one of 2 legendaries. Some of these have different percents compared to what it is. And only when you hit the legendary status can you see all 3 of the perks. Now, the new system that is being proposed and that the dev has talked about on his live stream, so I will put his link down below for his Twitch channel. You should definitely go check it out. I do frequently go over and listen to see what's coming up. Is basically it's going to be simulator-esque roulette. Meaning, from what I'm understanding from him, is basically if you go over here and you get an egg or you get an egg from a chest, there's now a random chance for it to be one of anything in here. Meaning, there's no longer that guaranteed path. Meaning, the legendary pets that we all currently have are now very few and far between. Now, why is this bad? That has a lot to do with money. So, getting gold in this game can be a challenge, especially if you don't have any pay-to-win items. Now, what this is going to end up turning into is people spending a lot of money, especially newer players, to get eggies. So that's kind of a little bit concerning. It will help with the economy, kind of sinking some stuff. Kind of. I say kind of very tentatively because there's one thing missing from this. And we'll get to it in a minute. Now, there is a leaked screenshot on how basically this leveling system could work. This was provided by the devs. As you can see here, it's this little pet food emporium. Basically, our old pet system was a lot of us throwing stuff on the ground. Now, this new one includes us basically being able to mass feed these pets. And as you can see right there, that pet fox, which I believe that pet fox is the epic, you now can level up. And there's XP and of course throwing sundaes on there. Now, for a lot of longtime players, I know I actually don't have as much as compared to some others. I'm not too worried about feeding my pets, especially considering I have pet candy in here as well. So, not really a concern on that part. That part I actually am kind of cool with, being able to level up your pets. The part that is a little bit worrying, and I think needs to be addressed, and this is something I know the community has harped on, is we're going to talk about unobtainable perks. If you don't know what unobtainable perks are, I can give you an example. So, currently with most pets, you're going to see things like ultimate recharge, resist burn, walk speed. You may see gold, you may see resist knockdown. Some of it's not that great. A lot of it is very flavorless stuff right now to see. The best pets in the game, and the ones that are very coveted and unfortunately highly duped, are what are called pets with unobtainable perks. These pets occurred during beta. This is a pet with unobtainable perks. So I have Mob Boss, which you no longer can get, and HP Up, which you also can no longer get on pets. A lot of people right now I've seen circulating have Red Lions with really high boss on it, attack on it, stuff like that. Those are what are called unobtainable perks. These make these the cream of the crop as far as pets go. These are the best of the best. Everyone wants these. If you don't have these, you're kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage. And what I mean by disadvantage is you get less damage, which this game is kind of a lot about speed. It's a lot about speed is key situation. You're wanting to clear the mobs, the dungeons, the fastest as possible. If you're farming for guild points, you want to try to get through all of your guild situations so you can get that done the fastest. So having these pets makes you the best of the best. Unfortunately, these are considered priceless items at this point, and they're sold for millions and millions of gold. Almost to the point where you're selling multiple items to be able to get this. Here's the thing. You can't get these perks anymore, like I've stated. The only way to get these pets is by trading. And a lot of these pets, unfortunately, got put on the illegal list because they were duped. Which means there's even fewer in circulation to be able to be traded. Now, here's the deal. I really like the new system. I think it's great. I'm glad they've added it in. I think there definitely needs to be a change. However, these need to get reintroduced. Because here's the deal. Right now, for newer players that have no gold, no money, finding these to be able to get these puts them at a severe disadvantage. So the big issue, I have a feeling, from what I've been kind of getting watching Kensai's streams, is that the dev team feels like these are very overpowered for the population. And if you don't understand what I'm meaning, having a pet that can give you basically mob boss like 30% or elite, whatever you happen to get on there, giving you a 10%, a 30% damage bonus, kind of is big. Just a little bit. And I kind of do agree with that. At the current state of the game, a lot of that is really unnecessary. It is a little bit overkill. So I do understand that there is a situation where you can't really get the best pets anymore unless you're trading, and they're incredibly overpowered. So something has to give in order for them to get reintroduced, and I really do think they need to be reintroduced. These pets are well over 3 years old, and the only reason I use this black butterfly is because it has resist knockdown so high and ultimate recharge, which when I'm running bow most of the time, or even when I'm running summoner, which is my other main, both of those I really need. So it kind of is a utility for me. So the only other situation I can think is any of the pets that have the quote-unquote illegal perks, cut the cap in half, cut what they have in half and put them back into circulation, because that's the only thing I can think. Like, you can only get HP up, I think 15% is the highest for HP up. Make the highest be at 8, instead of 30%, make it 15, and make the perks accessible again. I think, honestly, that is the only way to appease the long-term population of World Zero people and the newer population, because then, one, it makes the current ones in circulation less of a OP item to have, and it also brings it back in so that people that are newer to the game have a chance to be able to get these items, and would encourage players to start spending more gold to be able to basically lower the economy. Because if you go to any trading plaza right now, there is people like, it's 99 million gold plus other stuff. Like, that's an obscene amount for some of these items. So honestly, that is kind of my only situation that I have with this. I like the fact that we're going to get a new pet system. I love the pets. I have a video where I spent 1 million gold on the eggs for pets, and then I hatched them all because I thought that was a good idea. No, don't do that. Although we may have to very soon, with, getting a legendary pet is based on a percentile now, and we're now in a simulator situation. But honestly, without the addition of the unobtainable perks, it's a cool idea, but it doesn't address the problem that's there. And honestly, I think it's more of a hindrance to new players. So that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Also, let me know if you have a pet with unobtainable perks. That is what I would love to know. I want to see who actually has some, who has an illegal one, which means it was a duped one. And anyone else have this one? I'm curious, because as far as I'm aware, that's still tradable, which means it's not a dupe. So, Blabs, thank you for being to this part of the video. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time.